This is Aspie on Discord, Zachary Alvernis on YouTube, or Z Alvernis on Reddit. Doing a lockpicking video today for Lockpickers United. I do need to resharpen the teeth on many of my tensioners. And everyone says use featherweight tension on the 1100s. Tension, how you tension on Americans, is up to you. That is 100% up to you. You can tension, you can use featherweight, so heavy tension, you can make this serrage a little harder to pick, but lightweight tension, but super lightweight tension, and if you're not careful, you can drop pins. Or, as you just saw there, drop top of keyway tensioners again. Yep. Almost full set. Something back there is binding in odd fashion. Okay, there we go. Bound. There we go. Now this is where having a slightly thicker pick sometimes comes in handy. If you feel your tensioner slipping out, use one of your thicker picks so you can get in the bottom, push, basically provide tension like you would a bottom of keyway tensioner, and reset your pick, or reset your tensioner. Okay, get right underneath it. Oh, come on, where's the binder? Pick top of keyway out, drop some pins. Okay, found my binder. Okay, so I'm turning it over. I'm holding it hard. There we go. Got the full open. Now that the shackle is open, you don't have that spring tension on there. Makes it a lot easier to keep it in the open state. So now comes the fun part, gutting this lock. As you can see, I have a whole myriad of tools here from various projects and stuff. Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way. Make it a little bit easier. Okay, give us a little bit more space. Okay. So 7/30 seconds is the screw, the hex, if I remember correctly, or 7/64. It's an odd size, whatever it is. There we go. Drop everything out. Now, looking in there, I don't have the best lighting for this. Let's see if I can find a flashlight. I don't know if that will help. Looking back there, you don't see the actuator spring. You don't really see it at all. So you don't really realize just how strong that spring can actually be. And that's what catches a lot of people off guard with this lock. Is like, okay, it should be just a pretty standard lock, but that spring you don't notice until you actually turn the key. Then you notice it. Okay, since I do have the key, pin it up. Mac, okay, I thought it easier. Out, there we go. That. Now, just standard practice for me, I always shim. You never know when you've got spring pins that are smaller than the size of your circlip. That's just standard practice for me. Some people don't hardly ever do their shim their locks. I've just kind of gotten into the habit of it. Okay, so all these are going to be standard drivers. There's going to be something special I'm going to show you about once I get everything out. Key pin 5. Yeah, they're all standard key pins. Go. Nothing special on the core. Being master lock, that is not surprising. Even a slight counter milling on there would make this a lot tougher lock to pick. Okay. So all these are spools, so I don't really have to be too careful about it, but I'm going to anyways. Because being careful with gutting is a very good habit to get into. When you start getting into locks such as the 700, where and a lot of asset locks where everything is a balanced pin stack, they go in their very specific chambers. Can't just mix and match pins around. There we go. Springs I know are all standard. I'll just pop them out for you guys. There you go. Bible. Now what I was going to show you, see that really high cut right there? That right there. When I take that driver and stick it in, you almost pretty much lose it in there. Well, the spool, this is why I said I was picking at the beginning, I was picking to the spool element rather than actually picking the actual pin itself. So as you can see, that's the top of the spool element. That's how low down, focus, low that key pin is. But pick it and it binds right there again, or it actually goes into a false set right there. At that point, okay, camera's on that side of the phone. Every single pin in the lock it has a spool element engaged. So it essentially acts like a standard initially, but as soon as you get partway picked, it will go into a false set. Then you have to go through the rest of the lock, pick those spools, and then for some reason this spool is the last one to engage, and you have to pick it again. That's what makes this particular one of my favorites to pick, simply because you do have to end up picking that pin twice, even though you don't normally have to do that. So let me get in a little closer so you can see everything here.